Fortune Teller, the mystic dancer Heartless. Fortune Teller is an enemy capable of excellent balance and poise. It's got the agility of the dancer Nobody, combined with the magical flair of the gambler. In its idle animation, it flails its arms around while balancing on a crystal ball. Fortune Teller remains well in control though, flaring its fingers, flowing its arms in nice arcs, and maintaining a rhythm as if it's dancing. Fortune Teller absolutely flaunts its gracefulness in this ice attack. Its right arm takes the spotlight as the ice forms, while the other arm comes up at a slower pace, fingers dragging along. Its body squashes back real tight, still keeping focus up on the ice, then very quickly transitions to a squashed forward pose as it finally interacts with the crystal. Starting with this pose, then switching to the opposite of it, plus adding in recoil when the cape flies out and Fortune Teller pushes backwards, gives this whole action great balance. Armored Knight, the spinning swordsman Heartless. This enemy was the primary target in the famous 1000 Heartless battle in KH2. It's fairly docile in its idle animation, balancing on its spiky legs, yet it becomes quite lively on the battlefield, constantly running, jumping, and spinning. I think the funniest thing about Armored Knight is its attempt at the Rising Sun attack. It folds down in anticipation before hopping up and twirling its sword arm. It keeps up this rhythm, squashing and stretching and gradually speeding up the twirl. Abruptly, it leaps high and winds its sword back so it can do this big, quick overhead swipe into a lunge towards the ground. In comparison, Sora doing Rising Sun looks a lot less wild. Floating slowly into the air, he mimics the big wind-up with his keyblade. After lunging, he twirls his whole body in preparation for a follow-up, maintaining a solid action pose with knee and sword arm lifted. Dragoon, the dragon armor Nobody. I often forget how wild Nobody animation is until I see something like the Dragoon turning itself into stairs just to teleport. This Nobody has a lot of energy and is capable of many quick and intricate movements. It has amazing control over every inch of its body, and this makes the fact that it has two heads all the more fun. In Dragoon's idle animation, we see the dragon head that's towering over its actual covered face really moving as if it were a genuine body part. Out on the field, Dragoon uses this flexibility to twist and turn like a snake. Here, the animator bends it around its lance with incredible precision. Although Sora cannot become a snake, he can learn to jump like the dragons do. For this, Dragoon starts as a ball and disappears into the air. Readying back, it crashes down into a superhero pose. Sora starts by stabbing the Keyblade down and soaring upwards. He falls in a similar pose to Dragoon, but then rides the momentum gracefully around the impact site. Satyr, the Goat Man Heartless. Satyr is big and bulky, and it displays its power in every action. It throws itself fully into these wide punches. The animator uses a hard accent here to punctuate the move. It takes a lot of energy to stop yourself when moving this fast, so holding this pose at the end shows a lot of strength. Satyr stands with its shoulders hunched, sliding forward and backward, always ready to come barreling into us. When it walks, it takes heavy steps. But when it runs, the animator gives it a lot of hang time, which actually makes it look like it's prancing. The fun thing about Satyr, though, is what it does when we break its horns off. Sometimes a good whack can shatter the horns and send Satyr skyward, and it's rare to see an enemy this big get completely bodied, like it goes flying. The animator makes a show of it by tumbling the brute over itself, effectively removing it from its comfort zone and breaking its normal silhouette. Battleship, the boat cosplay Heartless. One of the most eccentric Heartless designs was bestowed upon this beautiful creature. It's a normal Heartless that decided to fuse itself with a boat and fire not cannonballs at us, but bottle rocket fireworks. Now the issue with a character like this is that its actions are very limited. The bulk of it is a solid structure with simple mechanical parts, and the captain only has a stiff upper body. As we all know by now though, Kingdom Hearts animators are next level. The animator here has taken great effort to loosen the stiffness of the design in battle. The ship captain confidently calls the cannons to fire, using big open gestures like a cheerleader. When a cannon gets damaged, it sadly droops down in defeat. For the ship itself, we can see exaggerated reactions to recoil in particular. The oars flip up with staggered timing, the anchor wiggles, the mast shakes a bit, and surprisingly even the back railing comes apart for a second, adding a bit more liveliness. And that is enough admiration for now. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with this series, leave a like if you enjoyed, and share the video if you think others will enjoy it too. And I will see you next time.